Honda Malaysia antara 3 pengeluar kenderaan yang mengurangkan harga antara RM500 hingga RM4,000 bagi model kereta masing-masing susulan pelaksanaan cukai GST yang berkuatkuasa hari ini. Honda mengurangkan harga sehingga 2% bagi kenderaan Honda yang dipasang sepenuhnya CKD di negara ini iaitu Jazz, CT, Civic, CRV, Accord dan model terbaru HRV. Melissa Ong ada butirannya.
Adakah harga kenderaan akan meningkat ataupun menurun selepas pelaksanaan cukai barangan dan perkhidmatan GST? Banyak faktor yang diambil kira termasuk kesediaan syarikat pengeluar kereta untuk menurunkan harga dan perkhidmatan yang mungkin sebelum ini tidak dikenakan GST. Baiklah, untuk memberi penjelasan berhubung impak GST terhadap industri automotif, bersama saya ketika ini ialah Ketua Pegawai Eksekutif Honda Malaysia iaitu Yoshiro Ueno. Thank you Mr. Yoshiro for joining Astro. Well, so could you share with us Honda Car's price revision after the GST?
Actually, for automobile sectors, GST will be implemented and replace SST, sales and service tax. So it's a little bit complicated. For Honda vehicles, the SST percentage is 10% and new GST will be 6%. However, the tax base is different. For SST, the tax base is ex-factory price, and for GST, the tax base is a retail price. So, although the tax rate is different by 4%, actual tax payment can be different. And for Honda vehicles, in spite of the gap of 4%, due to the difference of the tax base, final price impact is about 1 to 2% reduction from the current retail price. Depending on the models, because each model has a different logistic cost or accessories or different margins or different sales expenses. So the price reduction can be slightly different in each model and in each variant.
So what are the GST implications on the CKD and CBU units?
Yes, for CBU we have only one model, Odyssey. However, the impact of GST to Odyssey is slightly unfavorable, and we have to slightly increase the price of Odyssey by 0.2 to 0.4%. The tax calculation is basically the same between CKD and CBU. However, for CBUs, because the Odyssey is quite luxurious models, and the dealer margins or distribution cost are quite different, and also due to the limited sales volume, some selling expenses can be quite high compared with CKD models. So that's why the tax base for GST and SST can be quite large for our CBU models.
So do you see the sales of motor vehicles affected by the GST?
From January to March, because of some projection that car price might be decreased, we saw some wait-and-see customers, and actually the market was slightly weak. However, most of the manufacturers, including Honda, did a kind of a campaign to offset the impact of the GST, and the impact to the total market was quite minimum. Also, as I explained, the price reduction after April is not really huge. It's quite limited. So maybe we might see some increase of the sales volume, but basically we think that the market trend or monthly market size will follow to the ordinary year's seasonality. We are projecting that total volume is about 697,000 units for this year, and it was our original forecast at the beginning of this year. However, so far we have no idea to change this forecast, and we think this is quite on track so far.
Thank you Mr. Yoshiro for your time. Sekian saja laporan saya Melissa Ong untuk Astro Awani.